Welcome back to Agent Mode AI, the podcast exploring the cutting edge of autonomous agents. I'm Kim.
And I'm Darren. Great to be here for episode 5.
Yesterday, we really dove into the critical role of memory for AI agents, how they remember past interactions, learn from experiences, and build a persistent understanding of their environment. It's what makes them more than just one-off responders.
Absolutely. Memory gives agents context and continuity. And building on that foundation, today we're tackling how these agents actually translate that understanding and memory into tangible actions in the real world. We're talking tool time. How AI agents take action in the real world.
This is where AI truly elevates itself from being just a sophisticated prompt responder to becoming a functional assistant or even an autonomous operator. Without tools, an agent is just a brain. With them, it gains hands.
Exactly. So, what are tools in the context of agentic AI? In simple terms, they are external functions or capabilities that an agent can call upon to perform specific tasks. Think of them as the agent's skill set beyond just generating text. These could be anything from browsing the internet, writing files to a local disk, sending an email, or even interacting with complex APIs. They empower the agent to go beyond conversation and interact with digital systems, or even the physical world if connected.
The way agents use these tools is fascinating. Frameworks like LangChain, AutoGen, CrewAI, and SuperAGI are designed specifically to integrate these capabilities. Essentially, you register a tool with an agent or an agentic system.
And once registered, the agent, based on its current task and context, decides when and how to invoke that tool. It's not explicitly programmed for every single action. It intelligently determines the right tool for the job.
Let's talk real-world use cases, because this is where it gets exciting. Imagine an agent tasked with managing your communications. It could use a tool to write an email based on your instructions, then another tool to schedule it for a specific time, and finally, a third tool to actually send it through your email client.
Or consider a content creation agent. It might use a web browsing tool to research a topic online, then a summarizing tool to condense the information, and finally, a content publishing tool to post it to a blog or a social media platform.
My favorite is an agent that calls various APIs to extract specific data from different services, processes that information, and then uses another tool to update a Notion document or a Google Sheet, keeping your data perfectly organized and synchronized. The possibilities are truly endless.
When we talk about popular toolkits and integrations, there are several key players. LangChain, for example, offers extensive toolkits for various common tasks. AutoGen has its own native tool interface for creating and managing functions.
SuperAGI features a comprehensive tool registry, allowing developers to easily add and share tools. And of course, OpenAI's function calling capability is a fundamental part of how many agents can interact with external services. Don't forget OpenInterpreter, which allows agents to execute code, providing immense flexibility.
As powerful as tools are, there are some important tips and warnings. First, don't overload your agents with too many tools, especially if they're similar. It can confuse the agent and make it less efficient at choosing the right one.
Good point. Also, always ensure your tools are safe and test their outputs rigorously. When an AI agent is interacting with real-world systems, there's a potential for unintended consequences if the tools aren't robust or if their outputs are not carefully validated.
And finally, use tool chaining carefully. This is when one tool's output feeds into another. While incredibly powerful, it's also where errors or unexpected results can cascade. Monitoring these chains is crucial.
That's fantastic practical advice. Tools are truly the bridge between an agent's intelligence and its ability to affect change.
So for our call to action this week, we challenge you to connect just one tool to an agent you're working with, or even experiment with a pre-built agent that utilizes a tool, whether it's a simple browser tool, a file editor, or something like a Google Calendar integration. Take that step to see how an agent can extend its reach.
It's a great way to start experiencing the true power of agentic AI. And that brings us to the end of today's episode. Join us tomorrow for episode 6, where we'll explore agents that learn, the rise of self-improving AI.
It's going to be another mind-bending topic. Thanks for listening to Agent Mode AI.
See you next time.